Hi everyone, Solomonushka with you. So today is our last complimentary Billions for Fun, and today we're talking about fear. Today I'm gonna talk about claim your name. I'm gonna talk about fear that's stopping us to living up our full potential. And today especially I want to talk for the people who knew their soul purpose, who knew that they are so valuable and important for this world. And they was doing that, and something happened, so they got wounded of their own, wounded by their own hesitation, guilt, disappointment, probably thinking that they not deserve that life or that greatness. Of course, I'm talking about all subconscious programs, because all the leaders, new leaders that born to co-create together new world, happy world, joyful world, a world of innovation, of unity. We all know from the beginning why we on this planet. And me, I tell you, even in my kindergarten, I was leading all the kids. I was saying to them, follow me. I know the way to a happy fairy tale, like where all our dreams come true, it will be reality. And the teachers were saying, like, stop this foolishness. But to increase standards of the happiness, of the well-being, of the faith, self-belief, alignment, that was with me from the beginning. And if you're watching me, if it's resonate, I know that you are a leader. You can be leader for your own. You can be leader for small community, for big community, for huge community, for limitless community. You never know who we inspire. But the most important, self-belief in ourselves, it's a priceless. That's the key that can give us anything we want without compromising. So today especially, my video honoring people who was on their way, who was committed to their fulfillment, and something happened and they got wounded by their own subconscious programs. There are so many to possibility what kind of subconscious program it can be. And for me, it was mostly betrayal, and betrayal of the perfection of idea that I thought it should be. And my way, like if you was watching this video the day before yesterday, Happiness Without Sacrifice, in the same series, Billions for Fun, I was saying, like, me and my son, we check out from the 5-star hotel, and without we check out because in Dubai, because I found out in me that that compromise was still alive, the compromise of pleasing. And I understood that time that if I have compromise, it's mean I'm afraid of something. And when we have fear, especially subconscious fear, it's so easy to manipulate us. And manipulation, it can be obstacles, circumstances, economy, our clients, our friends, our spouse, our family members. The point is, we are in fight with us when we are afraid of our desire, when we are afraid of our fulfillment, when we are afraid of our light. So when I understood that, I decided to find out that fear and found out the way how to flip it, transform it, heal it, align. Like I would just say absolutely no to that life is the compromise. So when we, from Dubai, we went to, another things like that was in the restaurant, like a last drop, yeah. And before, in that 5-star hotel in Dubai, there was few investors that was coming to me with the offer to support my projects, and there was compromise on the table. Also, what was like really give me like itchy skin to know, no, this is not how it's work. I know this with my heart. Like one person, he kind of like agency with finding investors. And I know that kind of business because I was starting my own career when I was in young age. I was starting with that agency, like matchmaker between the resources and people who require that. So that person come to me, and his question was not about my idea, not about my vision, not about my beliefs. He say, how much you worth? And for me it was like, what? And I know for majority, and probably for you maybe, it's normal. I don't know who is watching me. I don't know what is your value. I don't know what is your beliefs. For me, it's absolutely not how it's not how it's in alignment. Okay, we cannot estimate person by what person have material or spiritual or intellectual. It's kind of like, it's easy to calculate, it's easy to measure, it's easy to say like this person is that person is that, but on the alignment, like a law of life, law of divine, we all, absolutely all, good enough, great enough, absolutely all loved unconditionally and absolutely. So for me, idea of happy and wealthy lives for 250 million people, that's project for me. It's to bring people to awakening, into alignment. Like, first of all, I am valuable as divine, as human, as who I am. Like, I am value, I am here. That's my value, and that's what is my vision, and that's what my beliefs, and that's my creativity and realization. And when the person come to me and say like, how much is your worth? And I like, okay, this is not crowd who would understand and support my projects, because they even not ask me what kind of like what is the result gonna be from product or service or knowledge that people gonna use from my product. What is the value gonna be for them? And I understand, like, okay, I able to create my own resources, I able to create my own crowd and my own understanding. The most important is my unshakable belief. And my unshakable belief, first of all, is coming from uncompromised communication, uncompromised presence, uncompromised frequency. So when I met that lady and we started talking, like, she was like so admire me and my work and my projects, and she was like, how I can support you. And we started talking about invest in my project resources. Then I started to vomit it, because I understood there was in that time still the pleaser in me. So subconscious compromise. So when we check out from the hotel, I decided, like, I'm gonna find what I'm afraid, why I'm like this. And if you was watching previous video, you knew that I was talking about my car, like inspiration, and then I created resources. So that was just a little bit for us to come out from the shock. And then I sent my home back to Russia. And for the next 6 months in Dubai, I was learning me under huge telescope. I didn't receive any resources. I was homeless. I was like, I had some friends. I had sometimes, like, when I'm like too exhausted, I can call them and they support me with hotel or invite me to their house. Sometimes I was like fall asleep on the beach. Sometimes I go to airport and ride there, and I was learning, I was discovering, at the same time I was creating the program how to transform worldwide crisis into innovation. I understand, like, what is the major things that create crisis. And in Emirates, during my 6 months of understanding about fear, it was the tunnel of fear. So when I come out with the program Worldwide Crisis into Innovation, they write about me and my program in the newspaper, and you see what is the name of it? Prison of Fears, or Prism of Happiness. Can you see that? So I was explaining about the fears, about crisis, about like how we all can innovate that. So for me, it's important to all myself. I know what does it mean to be in fear. So during my way, I met and discovered about me so much, like I could not understand in the whole my life. And there was like what was leading me in my faith and what I was doing. Okay, I know that I able align my faith in me. I know that I able to align your faith in you. And why it's so important? Because when we have something important to say, imagine that if I didn't believe in me and today I didn't do this video or podcast or YouTube, it depends where you're gonna see this video, and I didn't inspire you and you didn't align your self-belief and you just could not fulfill what is in your heart. First of all, it's about our quality of our life. When we are living in our soul purpose, this is fulfillment and joy and meaningful and limitless and wealthy and beautiful and healthy. This is all for us. And also there are some souls, key important souls, whose soul purpose are so important, and when they're not doing what they meant to do, their life became like hell. Even like today I'm talking to people who was knowing what they was doing, but they got wounded and they got so scared, or they got disappointed, or they got like, I don't know how, I don't know, I'm alone and I need support and I need resources, I don't know how to do it. So I'm with you. I know the feeling. I know that feeling of that wound when so full of intention and declaration and yes, commitment to life. The wound was so big, like I hiding. I was like, oh my God, no, I cannot do this. So after that 6 months in Dubai, I was like, I was exhausted, that's true. But I understood so much. Also, I had so great guidance and channeling. One of them is the Sheikh Zayed. He's the one who united all Emirates. And his knowledge and his brightness and his vision, I so many times saw him in my meditation, and I received channeling. He was channeling with me and he was guiding me, and he explained so much. And I understood how it's important. And I remember, okay, maybe I will say that in the personal message, one of his channeling, it was like so, ooh. So after these 6 months in Dubai, even though I could, I was teaching, I had a company, and I teach them about how to transform crisis into innovation. I would say that my way of living was not really sacrifice, that I was living without resources and without home there. I was just take me out of my comfort zone completely. I just wanted to find where that fucking hooks of the fear that holding me, that can manipulate me. So I understood so much about faith. I understood so much about subconscious, like all that my knowledge that I knew and I practiced in more like 26 years, I could implement. But this time I was like so raw that I could extend myself so much to see under microscope me and see where was misalignment, where my focus, my power was given idle, and where I was living someone else's program, someone else's belief, someone else's fears, someone else's hesitation, someone else's limits. So after that 6 months in Dubai, I back to Moscow, and I allow myself to receive resources, and I get a good apartment, and I got united with my family, with resources, with food, so I come back to life, like normal life, yeah. And in few months, I saw the face of Sheikh Zayed again in my meditation, and he's saying, "Are you ready?" And I like, "Why you come here?" And he like smiled at me. He smiled at me and he like, "I know that you understand." So then I fly to Europe. I felt like I have to go. I felt like I have to find something. I have to find me. I have to find that fate. I have to find that keys to understand. Like subconsciously, I felt the wave is coming. I didn't know that it's gonna be this coronavirus. I just knew that I physically cannot stay in Russia, like I have to go to the Switzerland. That was my intuition. So I fly through the Spain, and in the Spain, my soul give me guidance, like you are somewhere all the time. So to live your soul purpose, to live your life, to absolutely align with yourself, you have to experience what is the here and now, what is the presence, to be present right now. And I like, yes, I would like to, I am here. And then the soul asked me this question: what would you do if there no money in the world, and everyone, absolutely everyone, can be and have anything they want to, anything they desire, anything they need to, immediately, without drama, without hard work, without sacrificing and compromising? And I like, oh my God, what is this? I had electricity over every my cells. I like, what is it? And my soul, it's life. And I like, so you wanna tell me that I didn't live before? And it was in 2020, not so far ago. So I felt so joyful, so at home, so present. And at the same time, I was thinking like, so all my life I was not even living, I was not even experiencing life. And at the same time, I wanted to hold that presence. I didn't want to let it go, because I just didn't want to escape out of there, because it was so joyful feeling at home, like absolutely knowing that I loved. And my soul asked me, what would you do? What would you do if there are no needs? Everyone is happy. And I'm like, oh my God, I will start living. And I will do something else very important. And the soul is like, what? I say, my voice with my wisdom will be everywhere. I'm gonna teach about alignment, faith, self-belief, and well-being. I will show you the portal to the present, to the home, to here and now. Limitless possibilities. It's our home. It's our reality. It's our truth. And the soul said, here we go. And the next day my passport and my cards was stolen. And I knew that's not a coincidence. I knew I literally cannot go back to Russia because I have to find something in me, in life. There's some understanding in me that required for my alignment. And I knew that if I am in the country, in the city, in my journey without resource, it's mean I have to surrender. I have to let go of fear of rejection and start to receive or exchange with people who I don't know and understand that we are one. So, in the beginning I was scared, of course I was scared. To be on the street in the Spain, you know, I'm not advise you, especially if you're not in alignment, in the clarity, not surrender, like the life is always for you, not against you. That was scary. So I asked my soul, you ask me if there are no money. So money is bad? My soul says, no, money is love, money is blessing. But the idea that you think that you don't have something, that they are need, it's a disconnect you in the beginning. When you in chase, when you in need, when you pleasing, when you compromising, when you waiting for something, you already in disconnection from alignment. You already disconnect from the well-being, from the flow, from the love, from your resources. And 2020, the whole year I was traveling. The most beautiful year of my life so far. And that year literally undressed me from my mask, from my fears, from my fight. That year, I free myself not only from fear of rejection, to come to stranger and talk, and I understood, like, first of all the people are kind, and then I start to like give so much to podcast, to YouTube, my knowledge and my frequency, my inspiration. And I was giving without expectation. I was just giving from my heart, giving my best, and the life was given me. So it was the year of the miracles. I met my soul family, I met my friends, I met the person who is very dear to me, I met so many beautiful people, I met the coach surfing, and that's so changed my perception about trust to people. And based on that, I created projects Kindness Multiplied by 3. Very soon I'm gonna do the presentation of that projects. It's like the whole year, it was the miraculous year only because I surrender. And at end of the year, I found surrender. Surrender is the technique that looks like Islamic prayer. And this surrender is like bring us in the balanced mindset. And about this, I'm gonna do the presentation also this coming days, and gonna explain more about the surrender. So this Billions for Fun also I'm gonna teach how do we surrender, take back your power and your focus from the idols and from your limitation beliefs, from the wounds and things like this. So this is one of the greatest technique that was opened up to me. And I understand, like, if this 1.5 year I would not surrender to this experience, like, I don't have physical resource, but resources everywhere around me, and the moment I feel it, it's given to me. And I understand, like, that we are limitless. Even if we think like I don't have cash now in my hands, I can give to the world. I can give my knowledge, my inspiration, my experience, my clarity, my alignment. And when I understood that and start to really live my life, I understand, like, there's no place for fears. And of course, like, I want to clarify what is the fear is. Like, if you've been in a situation that you was walking your way and you got wounded, it's like some of the masters, they're saying, like, when you see the fear, jump into it. I have better way, and I have a clarity on the fear, because I had a real experience how to transform a crisis into innovation, how to transform any looks like dark situation into the blessing. I know this knowledge not from the books. I know this from my own experience, from the divine guidance, from the alignment. The moment we got disconnected, when the balance got disconnected and we like broke into the pieces, every point where we broke, every separation is the misalignment. So the divine is one without any separation. We're not divided. Man and woman equal. Black and white equal. Bad and good equal. There are no separation. Even the small and big equal. There are no separation. And to understand this, and to really start to liven up this alignment of the balance of the soul, body and mind, and understand how to surrender to life, surrender to divine, we have to take piece by piece of broken us within and put it in one picture. But every skull, every one broken piece surrounded by fear. What fear actually represents? Fear represents misalignment. Fear represents that our personality, conception of the personality, and our soul look different direction. Okay? So, to take your power back from that separation and disconnection, you have to face some fear. And I found a way how to use the fear as the friend. And I'm going to teach you during these 2 months how to understand and be grateful to fear, and to use fear as the guidance. So without it, I was jumping into the fear. And when we jump into the fear, all our subconscious disconnection and all childhood trauma, it became alarm. So when we passing through some doors, it's kind of like a key and the lock. And it have to be no hesitation. It just go, open, pass. And if we, as the key, go through the door, go to the lock, and we in alarm of fear, like not our adult, but our inner child in alarm of fear, the moment we go to this, and if it's like domino, yeah, and the last, it's every piece depends on another. It's kind of like there are no freedom for the breathing, there are no freedom for creativity, there are no freedom for any way. I believe in me and I surrender, and it's easy. It's kind of like tension, it's fear, and all alarm of the inner child is shaking, so our key can miss. And if we miss, our disappointment in us, our guilt, it's kind of like depends person to person. For me, I experienced this way when I felt like I cannot come out, and there was like so many people support me in that way, and I wanted to come out, like accomplish what I was doing, and I wanted to give them the gratitude and like really say from my heart, like, thank you so much for my support, and it's mean a lot to me, and I really, and you live in my heart. But I felt like I cannot, it's too difficult, it's too high, gold is so big, and the guilt and the disappointment was so big. So I felt like hide and small. So that's the feeling. If you was experienced that, or if you now in this situation, that's only because you was passing something without aligning that situation, without healing that situation. So what is my signature technique? First of all, I'm scanning the map, and then I see where's your power, where's your focus, like what is your soul purpose. We get the clarity first, and I have this gift, like I'm like a sniper. I able to see where the misalignment, where you give away your power, where's your resources, where's your inspiration, where's your support, where's your tools. So very, very instant, very fast, I able to see who you are, what is your soul purpose, and where you give away your power, where you got your wound. So first we get a clarity, and then we're gonna do the healing of that traumas. And when it's healed and release, then we go through that path that you need to go. So then the piece by piece we collecting the picture, and your faith getting in alignment. So you're able to claim your name. And let me ask you one more time. If you're able to heal your fate, where would you claim your name first? What would you feel? Billions for Fun, this is the group, and also can be individual clarity guidance that gonna heal your alignment and your self-belief, and you will know what is the frequency of easy, big, happy resources. You will understand how to surrender to self-love, so you can fulfill your soul purpose. When I started this project, 250 million happy and wealthy people, I was so clear. This is not just about having fun. This is not just about being wealthy. I understood that my soul purpose is about awakening to alignment, enlightening. And when we accept ourselves fully, when we act from our heart, when we act from our soul, when we free from the compromise, and we accept our individuality, and our individuality in our hearts already. So what we have to do is just to give us permission. Permission to be real, permission to be honest. And there are a lot of subconscious programs that are against it, in order just to protect us. So when we accept our individuality, our creativity bring us so easy and joyful and happy and big resources, very easy. Because when we create what we want to create, we're not attached. We're free from pleasing. We're free from chasing. We create because we want. Make it physical. We enjoy of transformation, our vision, our idea into the physical result. That's how Billions for Fun frequency gonna give you understanding of who you really are. Not your subconscious program, not your relative and your family tree perception of you. You're gonna take it out. Meet yourself, understand who you are. Heal your fate. And start to create and inspire the rest of the world. You are ready. All what you have to do is to give you self-permission to be that leader of your life. Your life. You and me, we have same goal. And our goal is life. My life, my goal, and my reality now is the life free of compromising. And that was my way. And today I'm here with you, inviting you to my program, Billions for Fun. So you can create, inspire, and pass it to others what they need to believe in themselves, stand up, drop fear, drop misery, limitation, compromising, sacrificing, guilt, chase, pleasing. Drop that as necessary with gratitude. It was our collective experience. There are nothing bad, nothing good. It's all love. But just now we come into alignment to fifth dimensional balance, mindset, world. And we cannot enter there with low frequency, my love. So, if it resonates with you, I'm happy to see your confirmation and registration on our program. And see you soon. We're starting tomorrow.